Careful out there, folks. With Christmas over, you might be wondering what to do with your Christmas tree. If it was the real variety, the Topeka Zoo could use it. Joe Maloney is a keeper there. He is here to explain. Joe, welcome to you. How did the animals enjoy Christmas at the zoo?
You know, we do a lot of fun things just like a lot of people do at their home. A lot of it revolves around food, of course. A lot of our animals get a lot of special treats, so they very much enjoyed that.
And of course, the zoo lights, they were open on Christmas night, so they had lots of visitors to spend Christmas with.
That's right.
Christmas trees, those are the things that you're talking about today. You have a tree recycling program from the zoo. What's the point of the tree recycling program?
So this is something we started several years ago. It reduces the number of trees that go into landfills while giving them sort of a second life after the Christmas in people's homes. And what we do is several of our animals will actually get those trees to, in some cases, eat, in many other cases just to enjoy the smell of the tree because, you know, they smell nice, or just rip them to shreds, honestly.
Is playing the most benefit that you get from them, or is most of the use that you have giving it to the animals to play with?
In many cases. I would say my personal favorite are some of our larger carnivores, like our big cats, who really get excited by the smell and then like to just claw it and just kind of tear it apart.
How important is having something a little bit different like that for the animals?
Enriching activities like that are a huge part of a lot of the care we give for the animals, both physical, mental stimulation. And we're always looking for fun and exciting things. Many of these species would never, as you can imagine, encounter a fir or a pine tree in their native habitat. So for a tiger experiencing a pine tree, that's kind of a fun smell, interesting thing.
They're not native to what, Africa or Asia or wherever the cats are from?
Yeah, you don't run into a lot of Christmas trees in Sumatra.
Okay,
so,
very good. There are some rules, and we do have some video of the area. So first of all, let's talk about the method. You already had a few there today. Some people really are into not wanting the holidays in their house. No judgment. But where do they take them to at the zoo, and is there a charge, or do you just drop them?
There is no charge. It is on the south side of the zoo on Munn Memorial Drive in Gage Park. Near the horseshoe area playground by the dog park, and there is a designated area that is marked that you can just drive up and just drop the tree off, and we will periodically be picking them up and bringing them for our animals to enjoy.
And obviously some people are already dropping them off, so it should be pretty easy to spot. What are the rules? We want to be careful of what's on those trees.
Yeah, so like you said, it started today, goes through January 8th. We cannot take any trees that have been painted, so if there's been any paint on them, unfortunately we can't use them. We ask that people just double check that all of their ornaments, lights, and tinsel are off. We also double check before we feed them out, but yeah, just really double checking that all of the items and decorations are off.
Okay. Do you know if you're doing the light recycling? You've done that in some years past, but do you know if you're doing that this year?
It won't be this year. It will be next year. We do it every other year.
Yeah, okay, so if you're wondering about that program where they can take maybe those lights where they don't work anymore and you don't want to replace every single bulb or check every single bulb, next year, hang on to them for that, and the zoo will be doing that then. But for now, the Christmas trees are there. How soon will you start giving them to the animals? And if we're kind of curious, is there a certain time of day that we can come and watch the tigers attack the Christmas trees?
In some cases, some of them might have even, since, as you said, people have already started dropping them off, we start pretty quickly. I would say the best time to see it would be on actually a nice winter day. Those nice winter days that get into the 50s, 60s when more of our animals are inclined to be out and about, because we really like to do that kind of stuff out in their yards as opposed to their inside areas, so people can kind of see and enjoy that. And you might get a chance to see your Christmas tree being torn up by the tigers.
Being torn up by the tigers. Is there any baby news at the zoo? No big expectations for the year ahead?
Well, my personal favorite, I have some really impressive stick insects who have some that are going to hatch into some eggs that are going to hatch soon. So probably not on the mammal side. That's not quite as exciting, but I always have a lot of insects that are getting ready to be born. So
well, there is always that, and plus, you know, if it's in a controlled environment and not in your house, it's kind of fun to watch, kind of fun to see. All right. So a reminder, as we do have some rules, the guidelines for you. If you want to bring those trees to the Topeka Zoo for recycling, you can do so through January 8th. It's the southeast side of Gage Park. But remember, remove all of the ornaments, the tinsel, the hooks, the tree stands, and the plastic bags. They don't want anything on that tree because that is not good for the animals. Joe, thank you so very much. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Lots of trees for the animals to play with. Always fun. Thank you. We are going to find out about converting to Roth IRAs. That advice coming up next.